Alright, apparently I'm alive. So this is Mega Man 9 on the... Well, I'm playing on PC, but it was originally on Wii, PS3, all that. We've all seen Mega Man 9 before, so I'll just get started and stop wasting time. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So I think, well, this is the first game with a demo, I'm pretty sure, unless 8 or something had a demo. But we actually start with the demo man, which was Concrete. And that's just because he has the one of the strongest weapons and one of the easier stages with just Buster. There's a little bit of those birds with rocks over some pits, just some beginner's traps. Some simple stuff. Whoops. Alright, so these elephants we want to mash. It's about 14 HP, and I've been hit by both of them. I wanted to not take a hit from the first two, but oh well. It's about 13 or 14. If you're really good, you can like stop and then jump at the final hits so you don't take it damage. But I don't know how to do that for the last one. Yeah, so this stage is pretty short and simple. There's nothing really much to it. Those protruding squares there, where you see the 4s, those are invisible blocks, and you will fall right through them if you step on them, so that's why I was jumping over them. And just some easy platforms that go up and down. Alright, so Concrete Man himself isn't actually that easy when you're starting out. So he can start with jumping, he can shoot concrete at you or dash. And I'm going to stay close to him because he can shoot 1 if you're close, or 3 if he's far away and you don't want him to shoot 3. Okay, that was fine. But you just want to stand close. Remember the iframes, about 30 frames for the iframes. And one quirk about him is he never does more than one attack twice, I think, or it's either he never does it consecutively or he just never does it twice in a row. I don't remember exactly. But then we get the concrete shot. So you see there... Uh-oh. Oh, it's select. I don't know why. So the concrete shot, you shoot it and then it makes a concrete block, I should say. And it's actually a very useful weapon because it will turn enemies that would normally die in one hit. They'll turn into concrete. Actually, that's not true. It's most enemies actually will turn into concrete. And then you could also use them as platforms. On those fire towers, I was trying to time it, so if I jumped just under it, I got a little zip. And then these big fire lasers will kill you instantly, so we're just going to damage boost or wait for them. You can skip those second and third ones, but I don't know how to. Most people don't really do that unless you have a 31 in the game, or a 32. Alright. So that's the dragon. That just shows how strong the concrete shot is. You only need 5 to take down that giant dragon. And this, I'm just gonna shimmy a bit so I don't take damage. That one, with my muscle memory of shooting that concrete block, I just take that hit. You can get over those 4 tile gaps, but I've ingrained it in my muscle memory to just shoot a block down there. Right. So we can, as you see, we freeze them. For that last one, you can zip through it if you kind of stand close to it. I can't do it consistently, so I'm just not going to. And then, as you saw, with the amount of concrete we had left, concrete actually isn't Magma Man's weakness. So with Magma Man, he'll jump either 1 or 2 tiles. You want him to jump... Well, for that first one, you want him to jump 1. But then most cycles, you can get 1 or 2 or 3 hits. if you're quick enough. It's just another thing of memorizing the iframes. So that was a pretty good fight. I got some pretty good luck there. And now we have the weaknesses. Now there's a little bit of a route divergence. It doesn't really matter which one we go next, because we have the weakness for the next two. So I'm going to go Galaxy Man next, but if you go Hornet third, there's nothing against, nothing wrong with doing that, time-wise. At least I don't think. Alright, so the Magma Bazooka, we won't see it much this stage. We actually don't really see it terribly much. But it's a triple spread weapon where it'll deal the triple the amount of damage, which is just 3, unless it's a weakness. So, Galaxy Man, we're in space, I think. I don't really know the story of... Whoops. This... Get the coil. Alright. I don't really know the stories of these. But some stages in other games what we call Rush Jet the stage. Finally, we have a Rush Coil the stage, where we will have coil for most of the stage out, which we don't see too often. Alright, that's fine. I grabbed the ladder there, I didn't take the hit. So that one I wanted to place coil at a specific time. So because if I went too far, the Met would open. So I wanted him to open as I jumped up there. Which is kind of what happened, but I didn't go all the way up, which is fine. It's a very vertical stage. There isn't really much else to it other than spawning rush coil, shooting buster shots. As you saw, those yellow enemies, the aliens with the eyes, I don't know their names, they will split into multiple. They're not really that annoying or anything. Those grabbers are actually really annoying, though. We used one earlier to boost us, but these ones will push us into the spikes. There's one at the left side of that room, but we don't really... Unless you're, like, really good at the game, which I'm not that good, in my opinion. You can skip that whole area, pretty much, up to the teleporters. Alright, so Galaxy Man, we want him to swoop down. Alright, perfect RNG. So that's what we want him to do. We want him to swoop twice. He can go up, and if he goes up, he'll shoot a black hole bomb at us, which we can destroy with concrete, but that's the preferred luck for it. So maybe in the refights we'll see it, but we didn't see it this time, which is fine. So the black hole bomb is exactly as it looks. It inhales enemies, or smaller enemies, but it deals damage to bigger ones as well. It's really not that... It's a fine weapon, but it's not that fantastic. Alright, so Hornet Man's stage is as you'd expect with Hornets, is a big garden. It's another Rush Coil sort of stage, but the only real good things we have right now is Rush Coil and Concrete Shot until boss weaknesses. Whoops. We want these ball shooter things. I don't know the names of any of the enemies except for like Mets. So they'll destroy the platforms, and then this flower will spawn anywhere. That's good. He can spawn literally anywhere except where you're standing. So him spawning right to the left or right is what you want. Oh boy, I thought I jumped way too early there. Alright. So this one we want to jump down. We took damage. I'm just going to back boost then and not worry about it. So this flower pot's going to shoot one. We can actually shoot it. Okay, we didn't do that. This one, we want to shoot through the wall. Okay, we're going to jump over that one. Go back to Magma because I over-scrolled. I forgot you can. I forgot to mention you can charge the weapon, which does massive damage. So I'm gonna try and shoot one, hit Hornet. Okay, that's fine. Ideally, you want to kill him before he lands back down on the left side, but as long as he doesn't go back up and shoot his Hornets, that's fine. Alright, so the Hornet Chaser is it's a good casual weapon, but it's not a fantastic speedrun weapon. Where it'll chase down enemies and grab items for you on high places, but on the speedrun, you don't really want that, and we might see that in a bit. So we're going to start with Buster and Jewel Man, and then switch to Concrete. You can keep Buster if you're, like, really good, and I messed up already, but that's fine. I don't need terribly much Concrete. As long as we can get through it. Those blocks that are falling, I want to time my jumps so I don't... I'm trying to think now. If I jump too late, or too early, it would push me back down. Alright, and we didn't actually see what the other Hornet's property is if you kill an enemy with it, it'll grab the item it drops automatically and bring it to you, and you really don't want that on that screen. Alright, good spawn here. Wait. But that's the good thing about Hornet Chaser, is it can take down enemies like that. Oh, I was... Because that cheese ball will fall immediately. You have to wait for him to shoot his rocks down, and it's really slow. This is the hardest screen in the game. There, it's completed. When you're first running, shimmying that platform, because it moves by going back and forth, it's really scary, actually, to do that in one jump. If you're just starting running the game. So Jewel Man, he will jump whenever you jump, so you just want to keep him on the ground as long as possible. And then he'll die. He'll just keep jumping as his iframes run out when he lands. So, we get the Jewel Satellite, which is the best shield weapon in the game. And it shows us in that cutscene, but we also have Rush Jet, which, luckily enough for us, the last 3 stages, we require Rush Jet to go as fast as possible. So we're going to start with Plugman. I do Plugman 6th because it's the scariest stage. I want to do this intro exactly the same, so I can get through the Yoku blocks somewhat faster. Alright. That's fine. You can, if you're fast enough, which I don't really know exactly how to do, you can get that first one to spawn immediately. But that's fine. Yeah, so this is all on a global timer, so this stage I want to do almost exactly the same every time. At least until near the end. So this part, now that we're past here, we're fine. Just for marathon safety, I'm going to grab this E-Tank. And those computer generator things, I don't really know what they are. They spawn a clone Mega Man, which just follows you around. And this I'm going to wait a bit. And then just spawn Jet and do that. If you play this stage like exactly perfect, you can just do that without without waiting. But that's an IL strat. or if you have like a 31, so I'm just not gonna mess around with it. So the Jewel Satellite comes at a cost of the best shield weapon in the series. Comes at a cost where it takes up a ton of weapon energy, so you only have just enough to kill Plugman. So you just have to be near perfect with your, like it's lenient timing, but you still want to just be as good as possible, so you don't run out. And then these 3 stages are kind of interchangeable. You can do Splash 6th if you want, or Plug 6th, as long as you just have the weaknesses. I think you just have to do Plug before Tornado. You can do Splash or Plug in any order then. Well, between the two. Right, so these magnets, we're going to ignore them, because they're really annoying, and the strat to get by here to save Jet and like 20 frames is near impossible for me, so I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to shoot here, hopefully. Okay, he doesn't go off screen. I've been messing up that timing a lot, I don't know why, but I didn't take a hit, so it's no big deal. But you can see how much we needed Rush Jet. So this screen I'm going to start in the air, because the Joe there they react to your jumps sometimes if they're deciding what to do. So I just start in the air so he either jumps immediately or late. Alright, so this we want to... The rain is pushing us back, so we want to walk as much as possible. And doing these magnets with the rain pushing you back is really annoying. So thankfully we have Rush Jet. And then the opposite for the final screen is don't die. That's rule number 1. And I don't know why I'm taking it so safe. So we wanted to jump, because it was pushing us forward now. We wanted to jump as much as possible. And so Tornado Man, we want him to stay on the ground. Oh, I missed one, so yeah. Okay, that was fine. So that's what we kind of wanted. I mistimed the shots, but we wanted him to stay on the ground, because Plug Ball is a weapon that just follows along the ground and walls. And of course, its weakness is against an enemy that can go in the air. So Tornado Blow takes out every enemy and just moves them upward on the screen, effectively killing them. We won't see it much, but it is a pretty strong weapon if you actually use it. Alright, so Splash Wound, we are, of course, underwater. There's no really, other than jumping higher, there's no really any different properties of being underwater. Mega Man has these air bubbles, but he doesn't actually lose oxygen, so it's just for a show. Alright. So this section we're gonna get Rush Jet out. If you played Mega Man 5, you're kinda already familiar with this section. So we're gonna time our, because these small bubbles when you stand on them won't last long, so you want to time. Oh boy. I did that during practice. I don't know what my problem is. But you want to time standing on them as little as possible, because they will destroy pretty quickly. Alright. That's what I wanted to do the first time. Luckily I didn't die. I just fell down to the last screen. So it's no big deal. So we're going to stand at the right as soon as this platform spawns. Okay, I missed it. Oh boy. I almost saved it, and then I just didn't jump. That's what I wanted. To save Jet, I'm gonna do this screen normally. And then I want to spawn Jet here. Climb the ladder, alright. That last screen I don't know how to do normally. So I just played the second one. Safer. And then we're at the end. Alright, so Splash Woman, she has a set pattern. There's no RNG to it, except for the Hornets. So your own weapon will work against you. I mistimed that one. But that's how it's kind of done. You can do it a lot faster. But I mistimed the shot. No, that's the 8 robots. Then we get Laser Trident, which is actually probably strength-wise the strongest weapon in the game. Unfortunately, we don't see it much. Well, we will in the Wily stages, but there's really not much use for it for the speedrun. The original route used to start with Splash Woman because she takes 2 damage from Buster. But then, I'm assuming they realized that Concrete Shot was more important, and doing Splash without Jet was a lot slower. There is a code. Colorate made a, I'll call it an action replay code. I don't know what it's called for the Wii, but it will give you weapon swap. But I haven't tried that myself. Wait, no, that is correct grammar. Alright. So we just blew right through, like halfway through Wily 1 because I was rambling about action replay codes. So we're gonna have throughout the stages, we're gonna have a little bit of a mini boss rush. Oh boy. Okay. Still 1 cycle. I'm just doing that so I could save Concrete. And we don't have to switch menus again. Because menuing, as Concake said, it doesn't have quick weapon swap, so we just are saving time by not menuing. Alright. So the Wily stages will have like a mix of everything. These teleporters are back. Big jumps, spikes, everything you expect in Mega Man. Alright. So I'm gonna try. Alright. We're gonna go to Buster because the boss is the spike pusher. And you have to push back the spikes into the spike pusher. Then the gimmick or not the gimmick, the speed thing is you can't mash like fully at your full speed because since you can only have 3 lemons on the screen at the same time. Oh boy. Just gonna wait. Alright. So it's better to have more of a rhythm mash than just outright mashing. That one I mashed a little bit harder because sometimes the red ones with the big ones will, they'll override your lemons. And I'm assuming that's just because of the rhythm mash. But we got through it. Only having 1 pancake of Rush Jet left. As long as I don't mess anything up, I should be fine still. Okay, I'm just gonna Just do that. Just be safe with my jet ammo. Just do that then. I meant to back boost onto the spikes, but since I didn't know, I actually didn't know I could spawn it there. So I want to do that. If you can get inside the Sniper Joe shield, and do that. Or you can just take a hit if you are not comfortable with your timing. Great. So this, we're about to go to the flower again. I'm just gonna tiptoe because if I die, at least I had more rush jet, but I didn't really want to do that all over again. Right, so now that we're in Wily 2 and 3, this is where we'll see a lot of Laser Trident. Yeah, I hate that jump too, that's why I just tiptoed it. But we got good luck on the flower again. So these I'm just going to tiptoe again, because I've never actually learned the timing of them. But we'll just be safe, as usual. Right, so these movie projectors, so those blocks are fake, so you can just go along the bottom with the shorter jumps. And now we're going to coil again. So this, you can actually do a short jump and a wiggle into coil, but I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure how to do that. Well, consistently at least. Of course I know how to do it. Alright. So now we're at the Mega Mech Shark. So he has 3 phases, all weak to everything. I think everything does 2 damage to it, except the actual weaknesses. Oh boy, please disappear. That was fine. We still got it when it's down, but we took a couple hits, so... For the second phase, there's that spike there. We kind of want to just back and forth. Alright, so our health is still fine. We could take 2 lasers, I'm pretty sure. So this one... Yeah, I could take 2. We didn't need to take 2. But yeah, those the shark can be scary. That second phase, actually, if you really aren't comfortable with jumping and doing the double hits, you can use Tornado. But yeah. Alright, so we wanna... Oh, oh well. Oh boy, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I've forgotten how to play. Alright. So even though we had to pause... So during this gravity section I wanted to stay at the top of the screen, just because of how slow it is. And just for the sake of still not pausing the game to switch weapons and then switching back to coil. We're just going to stay on coil. So those gravity wells, the buster will be your movement. So you just have to press B twice instead of just once. Alright. Okay, I didn't take damage there, so I want to jump, back boost. I was late on it. Okay, so that's still fine. I made it through. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to back boost off the one, and then just skip the second one. Alright. So now that we're in between these two, after that left one, we can just mash to the right, or to the left, I mean. And then it'll give us the M-Tank. Because of the grabber here, will take you to the M-Tank. Then we're going to use it right away. Because it saves a ton of time with between this and using it after the first boss in the, I'm gonna wait for that. Ow. I'm gonna wait for that. This is a scary section, so I just need to focus up. Whoops. So the downside is, if we do this fight correctly, we'll only have 2 black hole bombs. Whereas if we used it at the start of Wily 4, or after the first boss, we would have full black hole bombs. But that's fine. Oh, I paused too early. Alright. Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to bust her then. I shouldn't have did that last one. Oh well. So we're gonna have to grab some extras. But oh well. Alright, that's fine. I still got the 2 cycle, I busted him. But now I'm out of So what I was trying to do there is, because you can still pause and cancel weapons, so you wanted to time it and then quick kill him. I didn't get it, so... But that'll happen. I'm still alive and deathless. The only downside is I have to grab these small ones. That's fine. It's like the game knew, so we have exactly enough for 2 black hole bombs now for Jewel Man. We want to swap to concrete because we can block these lasers with concrete. But we don't want to use too much because we want to be on full concrete. For Galaxy Man, just with how it's been going, I'll grab this health. And then we're into the boss rush. So if we can get good luck again, that would be nice. Okay, we don't. Oh, that's very bad. Okay, I'm just gonna magma bazooka him. Alright. So this is a bad move on my part, but I'm just gonna keep my concrete. That's why I made the estimate how it is, because we can just mess up at any point. Okay, good thing I didn't shoot it immediately. Wait, so... most of these fights are going to be the same. On the regular boss fight from the stages for Plugman, he actually... I don't believe he ever does that long jump. So that's kind of exclusive to the boss rush, but we're fine. I almost shot too early and would have had to go back to Magma Bazooka. Alright, we got it. So if he jumps to the middle there, you... normally, with context, normally you don't have enough tornado blow, but if he jumps to the middle and hits you, and then you time the shot with his jump, it'll do double hit, which I don't know exactly why, because I don't know how tornado actually works with damage. But yeah, that's how that works. Oh, come on. That's fine. Alright. So So this one and Magma Man are the only two, like, different fights because you have their weaknesses. Alright. So now the Wile Machine, we want to time it and then spam laser tridents back into them. Because the intended way is like a game of ping pong, where you just go back and forth with him. But luckily with laser trident you can just spam it into him. Alright, that was actually a really good second phase. Now time will come up on the final hit if I get good luck. I did not. Ouch. I'll just use my E-Tank now. So again, Plugman, Plug Ball, goes against the ground. Enemy is in the air. What are you doing, Capcom? Boy, I'm gonna have to start, yeah. Come on. There's not much to talk. There's not anything to talk about anymore, Wily. I'm done. Let's finish it. He doesn't want it to end. Alright. And... oh, grab it. Now it's time. Alright, 36-35. That's very bad, but... yeah. I mean, I went underestimate. I guess that's all that matters, but... talking and playing is hard sometimes. And then you just get runs like this. Alright, we're just gonna skip this. Well, thanks, RGL, for hosting me again. Or having me. You keep letting me play Mega Man, which is awesome. Despite, I get 36s, but I guess that's not a big deal. This was a fun marathon to watch. I've been watching on and off, just while laying down. And yeah, we can go to Maverick Hunter X whenever whenever they want. So thanks for having me, RGL, again.